Hi guys, I am back. It's been a while and I'm literally about to go out to see my little sis. So just wanted to quickly show what I'm wearing. Super cute. Okay. And yeah, so today, what I want to talk about today. What do I want to talk about? Today I want to talk about an interesting topic based on the fact that white women are incredibly jealous when it comes to women of color that are deemed attractive. And there was an article I was reading about I think it was this mixed race lady who was talking about how there was this guy that she liked, and one of her friends was talking about how there was another guy that she liked, but he liked someone else. And when the girl asked her, "Oh, was the girl a person of color?" And it was really interesting because it made me to realize that actually they were quite worried that a woman of color might be deemed attractive by somebody else, especially someone of their race. They were very worried about this. And I had this experience when I was working in this horrible company, by the way, which I really hope will go bankrupt in the future. I really hope they will go bankrupt. I'm just waiting for the announcement, and I'll be the first one to dance over their shit. But this horrible company I worked at a couple of years ago, I was literally the only black lady there. There was like one other black woman, but she was much older. I would have pegged her in her 50s. So I was like 22, 23, young black girl. And I liked dressing up to work. I liked looking good. And they just hated me. They hated me. They absolutely hated me. Within 2 or 3 days, they'd already reported me for some weird ass reason to my boss. They told my boss that I was looking at different things on my phone when I didn't even keep my phone around them because I knew that they were watching me. It got to the point where I was going to the toilet and they would follow me to try and listen in on my conversations. It was disgusting. It was fucked up and weird. To the point where, and I was only there for 6 days, guys. I was only there for 6 days. I couldn't do it. It was too much. I said, what? Why am I wasting my life dealing with this rubbish? Just complete madness, I don't know if it's jealousy, madness, craziness, that I liked to dress up. I liked to look good. Even when I used to come into the office, the woman would give me the most horrible look, like I had just pissed in her fucking cereal. I don't know how to describe it. It was just bizarre. And it was just bizarre. And I said to myself, well, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done, because it got to the point where I was so uncomfortable going into the dining hall. Even when I went to the dining hall, I could feel all of their eyes on me. It was incredibly isolating. And on top of that, I literally had to leave the building just to get some peace because I was so afraid that they would be listening into my conversations on the phone, or it was just awful. I was there for 6 days. On the sixth day, I had already decided. I remember the fourth day coming home in tears, telling my parents, I don't know why they're harassing me like this. I don't know what I've done. My mom was like, it's because you look nice. It's because you take care of yourself. And they were all kind of like overweight, white women, middle-aged. All of their personal lives were absolutely terrible. One of them was talking about how her husband, his side chick, turned up at her doorstep and basically complained about her husband. Imagine your side chick turning up at your husband's doorstep to complain about your own husband and you didn't even know she existed. So yeah, their lives were just, one of them was like, their lives was just a mess. The other one was like, I think she was having like therapy in her car, which I don't know, therapy is fantastic, but obviously she was clearly going through something. So it was like, they were all like, I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't good. And honestly, I've noticed this. Like the last day I was fed up. I said, you know what? Fuck this job. I am going to go to Subway in the morning. So I went to Subway and then I went to the gym. And then I decided to go to work just to tell my boss that I was going to quit. So I made him wait like 3 hours and turn up 3 hours late just to tell him I was going to quit. And I was like, I couldn't wait to be out of there. And it was so bad that one of them even tried to like stalk me on Instagram and would like make several different accounts and then try to like report whatever I've posted on my story, even though whatever I've posted on my story literally has nothing to do with what. It was so bad. Like they were just fucking nuts. And it just led me to understand that a lot of white women are quite jealous when they see women of color that are attractive to other men, especially if it's Caucasian men, Asian men. They get quite jealous. They get quite mad. I'm gonna link the article that I read. I'm gonna link that so you guys can read it. Just like I linked that mad crazy Ukrainian video. I'm gonna link that article. Babe, I wanted to ask you a question. Who do you think? So remember our first date? You remember our first date, right? Yeah. So who do you think stared at us most? Would you say it was black men or would you say it was white women?
I don't know. The first day I didn't care about that. After that, I started to notice when you mentioned about it.
Yeah, and then you started noticing, and so what would you say?
I don't know why. I don't care about women, maybe less, but I started maybe notice more black men.